many of these moves do you think are legal, Mattas? All of them. All of them are 100% legal. Come on, let's break them down. This first one is a step through. People think it's a travel because you're lifting your pivot foot. But if you look at the rules, you are allowed to lift your pivot foot on a shot or a pass. You just can't put it back down again.
Like this would be a YO.
And while you're doing all this, you just make sure you don't move your pivot foot around. You will be fine.
I love to do this right off a spin move or a step back.
Sike!
It's what gets defenders the most.
Next is this hezzy. Oh man, I psyched this guy so hard with it, but everyone thinks it's a YO. Why do people think anything that gets people jumping is a YO, Mattas? Anyway, on this hezzy, instead of stepping back 1, 2, I did a hop back. People think it's a YO because I jumped. See, Mattas, there is no such thing as a jump YO. There's only a travel. You're allowed to jump how much ever you want as long as you're dribbling the ball. All the steps and all only start counting once you pick up the ball. Same thing goes for a jump. These two are some of my favorite moves to sike defender, and they work extremely well because at first it looks like you have done a travel, and that is exactly why defenders bite so hard on it. Don't trust me? Go give it a try, Mattas, and if somebody calls travel no, please share this video with them. This next one is a high dribble which I like using to split the defense. So yes, because I'm kind of short, the ball does go over my shoulder, but Mattas, it is not a carry. As long as your hand stays on top of the ball, it is okay. Carry is only if your hand goes halfway or more under the ball. There is no rule which says you can't dribble over your shoulder. It's something people get very wrong in India. I don't know why. Obviously, it's not a great idea to always dribble over your shoulder. It's difficult to control up there. But like, let's say on this push dribble, where you're trying to split the defense, it's okay for one dribble. And that too, it's not because I'm dribbling crazy high. It's because I'm playing very low. Like, my shoulders are low to the ground, I'm leaning forward. And the defender is also playing low because of that. Their hands are near the ground, which is why taking it over the shoulder, pushing it across is such a great move. Next comes the sike I swished it move. People think this is all kinds of things. Leg it seams, double dribble, carry, I don't know what all kinds of things people think this is. It's actually the only post move I know how to do properly, and it works crazy well. It gets people jumping like half the time at least. But yeah, obviously not a move you can use all the time. I've done a full breakdown of this move, but for now let me just tell, it's not a leg. In fact, there's no rule against the ball touching your leg. This is not football's handball, where if a football touches your hand, that's automatically a violation. In basketball, it is only a violation if you kick the ball. The violation itself is not called leg, it is called kickball. And it is if you kick the ball intentionally. So moves like this one, maybe even bouncing it off your knee depending on the referee. I don't know if you would still count bouncing it off your knee as a kickball or no.
As for double dribbles and carries, you can either dribble before the move or after the move, but not both. And travel. As long as you keep your pivot foot in one spot throughout this move, you're good to go. I know here it looks like I slid my pivot foot, but that's because of the way this is cut. If you remove that part, it's completely clean, see?
On to the next. This one is super famous from the And One mixtape tour. It is called the boomerang. People say this is a self-pass. But if you look at the rule book, there is no such thing as a self-pass.
At least according to FIBA rules. NBA rules actually there is a violation called self pass.
See, if you're throwing the ball up and catching it, according to the rules, it counts the same as if you're holding the ball. So the only violation that can happen there is a travel. If you throw the ball up and take too many steps and then catch the ball. So let's say you're doing this boomerang off the triple threat and you do not lift your pivot before catching the ball and starting your dribble, it's 100% legal.
And if you have to lift your pivot foot, make sure you let the ball bounce before you get it. If you want to do this off the dribble, once you do the boomerang, you shouldn't bounce the ball again. That would be a carry or a double dribble or whatever, because in this move your hand clearly goes under the ball. Once you get the ball back, you need to go straight up into the shot. And if you want to dribble again, you have to throw it off the opponent or the board. Although I don't recommend this.
These are some of the best fakes I have ever seen. So do go out to the park and try them out, machas. Psych some defenders, otherwise you're missing out. And please, please, please stop calling these Vios simply. If you want to go one step forward and actually get away with doing Vios, check out this video. I'll tell you how to get away with doing carries and double dribbles in game. Do subscribe and turn on all notifications, machas, because I have a lot more amazing basketball breakdowns coming for all of you.